What is going on, Yankees fans? Back at it with another New York Yankees video. And I'm going to be talking about a couple topics in this video. I'm going to be talking about the New York Yankees game being delayed, talk about their schedule up and coming. I'm also going to be talking about Trevor Bauer and will he be able to pitch in New York, and just other things surrounding the MLB trade deadline with the Yankees, what the Yankees should do. I've made a couple of videos previously, the past couple of days about the Yankees and the trade deadline and what Brian Cashman and the New York Yankees should do at this deadline. Should they go out and get a pitcher? Should they get a hitter for some depth? What should they do at this deadline? I feel like they should definitely make some moves because this team does have some holes. I feel like a reliever could be nice as well. This team does have a decent amount of holes, mainly because of injuries. So I feel like the Yankees do need to make some moves at the deadline to improve this team and make this team a World Series contender. Because right now, they're not looking like they're going to be a World Series favorite right now. It looks like teams like the Dodgers and, the Rays and the Oakland A's, looks like they're the favorites right now, the Twins. Well, they probably won't because they'll just lose in the ALDS as they always do, but it looks like it's going to be teams like Oakland and Tampa Bay and the Dodgers. They're in much better position to win the World Series right now. The Yankees aren't in a great position right now, and the Yankees need to find some players at the deadline. They need to trade for some guys to improve this baseball team and make them that World Series contender again. So there is stuff that Brian Cashman and the Yankees can do. I'll get into that later in the video, but the first thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be about the New York Yankees game being delayed. So the Yankees game against the Atlanta Braves tonight has been delayed due to rain. So the Yankees will play a doubleheader tomorrow. Just the misery continues with the doubleheaders. This will be the fourth doubleheader of the year for the Yankees, and these players have got to be tired of doing those. Obviously, I know a lot of other teams have been doing it because of the insanity of the schedule. A lot of other teams have been doing it because of either outbreaks of COVID-19 cases or just bad weather in general. That's 2020 for you. I mean, we've had such bad luck with this baseball season. And I know the COVID-19 cases haven't really been that bad, but it's just been the weather that really hasn't been a big help to the schedule makers, because it must be really difficult for the schedule makers to find dates on the schedule to play games. There's going to be a lot of more doubleheaders in the future for the New York Yankees, and just, around the MLB, there's going to be a lot of doubleheaders in the upcoming schedule. So let's hope there's no more outbreaks. Let's hope there's no more positive tests for the rest of the year. Fingers crossed that we don't have any more positive tests, and the MLB season can go on easily, and we can try to limit the amount of doubleheaders for the last month of the season. So, the Yankees game was delayed tonight. It definitely sucks that we won't get to watch Yankees baseball. It's been 4 days? It feels like it's been a decade since we've watched Yankees baseball. And I was really excited to watch Aaron Judge play. I was excited to see Gerrit Cole pitch against the Atlanta Braves, but that will not be happening. Gerrit Cole will be delayed until tomorrow, and the Yankees will also start Masahiro Tanaka for Game 2 of the series against Max Fried. I think a rookie was supposed to make his debut today for Atlanta. Ian Anderson, I believe his name is. He was supposed to make his Major League debut tonight, but obviously that game will not be played, so he will make his debut tomorrow. I'm not sure if Gerrit Cole pitched the 4 o'clock game or the 7 o'clock game. I'm not sure which one he will pitch, but it's most likely going to be the 4 because he was already scheduled to start yesterday. Why would he be pushed below Tanaka? But I'm pretty sure Gerrit Cole will be starting the 4 o'clock game, most likely against Ian Anderson. So, that's gonna that's gonna do it for that first segment of the video. What are your thoughts on the game being canceled? Do you think the schedule makers are going to have to, move it to another time? But it seems like the Yankees will just play a doubleheader tomorrow and then finish out the series, then have a day off. They won't finish it. It's only a 2-game series. And then they'll have another day off on, was it Thursday? Have a day off Thursday and then start that big 4-game series against the Mets. Or 5-game, really, because they play 2 games, they play 2 doubleheaders, and they also play 1 single game, 1 9-inning game. So the Yankees will play 3 doubleheaders in the final 5 days of this week. That's absolutely nuts. It's going to be a very, very baseball-heavy week for Yankees fans, and I guess that's not really a bad thing, because we haven't seen Yankee baseball in a while, because, would you rather watch a lot of baseball for a day, or would you rather watch nothing? I'd rather watch a lot of baseball. So, I know a lot of Yankee fans are complaining about that's too much, but I'd rather have that than nothing. I'd rather have that than nothing, and there's still 7-inning games. 7-inning games are definitely not as long as 9-inning games, so, I wasn't a huge fan of the 7-inning rule, but I feel like it definitely makes sense in a season like this. So, the Yankees will play a doubleheader tomorrow against the Braves. Let's hope the Yankees can sweep that series. We probably have our 2 best pitchers with Cole and Tanaka on the bump, so the Yankees definitely have a good chance of sweeping this series against the Atlanta Braves. Even though Acuna is back, they still have a very good chance of sweeping the Braves series. They swept the Braves last time they played them. It wasn't Yankee Stadium. They have a chance of sweeping the Braves again as they play a doubleheader tomorrow. First game starts at 4 o'clock. It'll most likely be Gerrit Cole starting against Ian Anderson. He will be making his Major League debut. So, and also Aaron Judge will make his debut off the IL. So that's going to do it for that first segment of the video. Now let's move over. Now let's move over to the whole Trevor Bauer and the whole deadline thing. I'll talk about Taijuan Walker. Talk about Mike Clevenger. I did that in the last video, but I'll talk about a little bit about the trade deadline, as the trade deadline is what, 6 days away from now. And I'm super intrigued to see what the Yankees are going to do with this deadline. It looks like the Yankees are going to make some moves. It might be a minor move. It might be just for a bench bat or for a reliever. The Yankees already went out and traded for Addison Russ. Maybe they go out and get Josh Stallman from the Royals. He's supposed to be a nasty pitcher there for the Kansas City Royals. Maybe he's a guy the Yankees go after. He's not going to cost a lot. I mean, he plays for the Royals, so he's not going to cost a lot. Maybe a high risk. High reward, low risk kind of deal. Maybe the Yankees go out and get Josh Stallman from the Kansas City Royals. Maybe they go out and get some random reliever. Who knows what the Yankees are going to do? But most likely, I think what the Yankees are going to do is get another starting pitcher. Maybe it's Taijuan Walker. Taijuan Walker has had some injury history throughout his career, but Taijuan Walker has been pretty solid. I believe he's with is he with Seattle? I think he's with Seattle. And I know he spent a couple of years with the Diamondbacks, and he's always had trouble staying healthy. But if he can't stay healthy, he could be a pretty solid back end of the rotation kind of pitcher. I wouldn't mind if the Yankees brought him over. The Yankees are highly linked to him, and the Yankees are also linked to Trevor Bauer. But I've read something about Trevor Bauer not having a great relationship with Gerrit Cole. I think Trevor Bauer and Gerrit Cole share a dorm together, they went to college together or something like that, and they never really liked each other. They never really liked each other. Maybe that will create a weird vibe in the dugout. Who knows? But I still think the Yankees should go after Trevor Bauer. He has an ERA under 2. He would be a perfect fit for this rotation. Now, New York might not be a great place for him because he's kind of a polarizing guy, but I think Trevor Bauer could be a pretty good place for him. New York is a pretty good place for Trevor Bauer because he's not really a home run, fly ball kind of pitcher. He's more of a ground ball, strikeout kind of pitcher. He's got a good breaking ball, good fastball. I like Trevor Bauer a lot. I like his energy on the field, and he's kind of an interesting guy sometimes, but he's still a very good pitcher, and he's one of the best pitchers in the National League this season. So I feel like the Yankees should definitely go heavy on him and try to bring him over to the Pinstripes, and also Mike Clevenger. I wouldn't mind if we brought him over too. Mike Clevenger and Trevor Bauer were also former teammates with the Indians, so maybe they have a good relationship with each other. We have 2 former Indians on the rotation, and they know each other well, so maybe that would work. They would work together well. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. What do you think the Yankees should do with the deadline? A lot more trade deadline videos, not just the moves that the Yankees make, moves that maybe just teams in the AL East, or just maybe moves that teams in the MLB make. I'll be making videos on those. So a lot more trade deadline content coming out to you guys very soon. And I'm also going to be making more videos about. Well, I'm not going to be making any more videos, but the Yankees game has been delayed tonight, and the Yankees will play a doubleheader tomorrow, and also they will be playing 2 doubleheaders in the series against the Mets, so technically a 5-game series. I don't know how. I don't know if they're all being played at Yankee Stadium or they're all being played at Citi Field. I'm not sure. But the Yankees will be playing 5 games against the Mets, and then later, I believe on September 4th, which is my birthday, by the way, they will be playing a doubleheader against the Baltimore Orioles to make up for that game, to make up for the Phillies games, the Philly series that we were supposed to play back in the beginning of the season. We were supposed to play, obviously, the Philly series. We played 2 against Baltimore. There was 1 game on our schedule that we were supposed to play against the Orioles. We only played 2. We were supposed to play 3, and that's the 1 game we will be making up in the series against the Orioles. That series starts, I believe, on the 3rd of September. So that's going to do it for this video. And by the way, thank you guys for the support recently. I've been getting a big gain of subscribers recently. I really appreciate your guys' support, and a lot of you guys seem to like the Mike Clevenger video, and I really appreciate your guys' support of late. I really appreciate it. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Let's go, Yankees.